So I got a brand new figure. This is Justice Gundam metal build figure. I wasn't planning on getting this one, but Big Bad Toy Store had a 30% off sale on certain items. It was a one-day sale, and this one went from $2.99 down to $2.19, and $2.19 is almost exactly the price of the original figure. The figure released when it was released in Japan, adjusted for USD. So that kind of never happens where you're paying the same price as the Japanese. So I was kind of excited and I jumped on it with the one day sale. I would say it is the weakest of my metal build figures. So I now have 4 metal build figures. It's a fine figure. It's a very nice figure. But the metal build figures set a very high standard. So there's a few issues with it. I could not get the gun to be held by his hand. I'm not sure how. His hand cannot be opened. So it's rubber. So I'm not sure how in the world I was supposed to put it in there, except maybe just like really crank it in, and I didn't feel like doing that. This knee piece is a bit loose. Oh, jeez. So I kind of have to push it in like that. Not the end of the world, but it is a little bit loose. Let's see. This shield, you could see it's attached here in the forearm, but it's not in the hand. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what. It stays on here very nicely, but it's not. It's clearly something wrong because it's not being held by the hand. So that was a little bit of a problem. The other issue is, so he's got this, I don't know what you call it, jetpack or something, and it easily attaches on the back. The problem is it adds so much weight that what I have to do is really lean the figure forward just so he'll stay up, and the slightest tap and he'd fall over. In fact, he did fall over. No damage was done, but he did fall over, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to, even though it really, I think, makes it look nicer, I decided to go without it because it just makes him so unstable. Now, the way it's technically supposed to be displayed is on its stand, and the stand pegs in right in there, so he'll be in a flying position. But I don't use the stands. Maybe someday I'll create a better setup and do that. So it's got a lot of stuff to explore. This swings open, so you can look inside. The joints are all metal everywhere. The instructions are kind of confusing because they're all in Japanese. I don't read Japanese, so I can't. But this stuff all opens up. As always, this is very common with these robot figures, is to have a little skirt that opens up, and then you can kind of look inside and see all the metal in there. Some of the parts look like they're metal, but they're not metal. These little jetpacks are plastic. The jets up here are also plastic. This kind of swings up a little bit, but like there was instructions in there saying, well, I don't know what it was saying, but it was pointing to different areas and offering some kind of description, and I had no idea what they were talking about. So this Gundam, Justice Gundam, is from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, the series, and I don't own that one. So I did look at pictures online, and this is a very good interpretation of the figure, as is pretty much always the case with these metal build figures. The detailing is really spectacular. I always love the matte finish of the colors. Maroon is not my favorite color, but I think it's really, really beautiful figure, and you can see all the detail in there. The head moves around nicely. So this is my other figure. The previous one I got, Axia. And so I watched it's a little bit of an aside, but this Axia is from Gundam 00, so I did open it up and I've been watching it, and it's okay. I'm not that impressed so far. I think I'm 5 episodes in, 5 or 6 episodes in. I'd say the main problem with this is that I think the strength of the older Gundams. This one is from 2007. The older anime, um, they did a lot of focus on characters, and you really could feel for the characters. And these are kind of the classic. The ones in here are kind of the classic stoic, lacking in personality, other than just kind of aggression. And so I don't think the animation is anything particularly special. It's fine, but I don't think it's for 2007. I think it's kind of standard. Um, but I think it's the characters that so far I'm not really invested in these characters. Uh, so one of the things, let's see. So I did kind of I really liked the look of this other. He's also from 00. I really like the look of him, but that price is killer, $419, and I know that the conversion would be far less than that. So that is super expensive. The other figure that from that series from 00 is this figure, Gundam. This is an older figure, Gundam Dynamis Repair 3. And that one's selling on Amazon for $347. So that's quite a bit of money. So I don't know. Now I don't own, like I said, I don't own Gundam Seed. I'll probably maybe get it. Maybe if I find find it for maybe around $45. These series can vary in price quite a bit, but I see them up to $70. I don't pay that much for them. I'll pay in the 40s for a season, but I'm not that interested that I'd be willing to pay $60, $70 for them. So if the price goes down, I'll probably pick it up and see. These generally come in. So this one is a first season. They generally come in 2 seasons, and I believe Seed comes in 2 seasons. So anyway, I'm going to have to pay attention more to the sales, because if they did have a sale on, say say this figure here got down to a more reasonable price, I probably would jump on it, because I do think it looks like a really nice figure. Let's see, this is so 7 inches. So that's basically the height of most of these. I do have one that is significantly taller. I don't know why, but I now have the top 3 up here. But this one is much taller. This one is over 8 inches, which doesn't sound like a huge difference, but let me tell you, when you put him next to the other ones, he looks a lot bigger. So the $299. I've seen it on Amazon jumping around in price. Sometimes $299, sometimes $249, something like that. The reason I buy from Big Bad Toy Store is because I've first of all, I like to support the specialty store. So if they have the same price, I'll go with Big Bad Toy Store just because, just to support them. But also, you don't necessarily know who you're getting. A lot of these, I think most of them are sold through third party, and sometimes their shipping is not as nice. So I have had bad experiences with Amazon in this respect. So that's why I stick with Big Bad Toy Store. So anyway, this is Justice Gundam, which is my latest metal build, and I'd love to get more, but these are not cheap figures. All right.